says hop a train out of town and run. Joe ignores this and returns to the city, destroying his phone on the way to his apartment where he finds the door open and a total mess in every corner. He hides when he hears some voices and notices Kid Blue stealing all his silver. Joe waits for the right moment and jumps on Kid Blue to push him into the compartment, locking the lid. Kid Blue opens fire anyway and more of Abe's men appear, so Joe jumps through the window and tries going down the fire escape. Unfortunately, he slips and falls on top of a car, falling unconscious. In another timeline, Joe does kill his future self. With his contract over, he travels the world partying and becoming a hard addict. Eventually he runs out of money and has to start working as a hitman to maintain his lifestyle. This means he starts killing again and even causes explosions in different cities. As years pass, he gets old and becomes future Joe. 23 years after he closed the loop, he meets a beautiful woman at a party who gives him the finger. However, 2 years later they're happily married. Thanks to her, Joe has managed to leave his addiction and hitman days behind and now he's a clean man. 5 years later, the Rainmaker's crimes are all over the news. Joe wakes up one morning and stares a weird number written on his hand. Suddenly a bunch of men enter his house. They're from the syndicate, who have come to capture Joe because it's 2074 so they must close the loop. Joe quickly surrenders and he's taken away while the house is burned down. Later in an abandoned building, Joe waits for the men to surround him and starts a fight, knocking them all down in just a matter of minutes. After making sure to choke the last one, he takes one last look at a picture of his wife in his watch and enters the time machine to send himself back to 2044. Old Joe appears in the other timeline, knocks down his younger self, and takes his gun before escaping. He goes to a store to get food and medicine, using his gun as a threat instead of paying. Then he starts getting visions from young Joe's memories, seeing him destroy the phone. By following these visions, old Joe starts stalking his younger self, who is returning to his apartment. Old Joe knows Abe's men are around, so he waits for the one in a car to look away and shoots him. Then he takes the guy's gun and goes to the apartment building, where young Joe is going down the fire escape. As his younger self falls, old Joe shoots